Okay, so no introduction today, but still follow me on my social medias, Twitter, Instagram, aka X or B Shoot, Brightdown Odyssey, Reddit Rhymes, yada yada, all that good stuff. Anyways, let's get into main meat and potatoes. If any of you guys see a, swear to God, I'm not simping over her, has nothing to do with it, but since this is on my Microsoft thing about Brave, it's been acting up a lot more. This is from GameInformer.com, so links description box down below, cards on the side. You see a super light skinned chick, super mega beautiful black African American chick, like a Megan Good or fucking Journey Smollett. You know why? So I used to simp over those two chicks a lot in the late 2000s, early mid 2010s, and I still do too. Super beautiful black chicks. Anyways, so let's see. Without further ado, yeah, Wesley LeBlanc. There's another one from WFFC Tech. I'm gonna read that one on my own. Actually, no, the Nintendo News one. I'll do a quick correlation speculation on that. He wanted to freaking buy Nintendo. What was Big Daddy freaking Phil Spencer, Xbox CEO, thinking? My guy, I know it was 4 days late in this thing, but I just wanted to see if any of it was real, if it was fake news, if it was legit news. I found out, much to my surprise, it's real news. So links description box down below, cards on the side. Let's get into Game Informer first. In WFCC Tech, I'm gonna read it on my Brave thing because I had a lot of fucking problems. My third freaking gosh dang time of me reading it on here. So yeah, that one says Microsoft exit business game. Please subscribers don't increase enough by 2027. This blew the crap out of so many freaking people's YouTube channels. It's insane. I never thought I'd see this day. This is like the second biggest leak I've ever seen in my life, next to the other one when they did like the Switch one, and I think the PS3 leaks way back in the day. That was before I was doing YouTube though. This is head of Xbox, Mr. CEO, earlier this morning, which is 4 days ago, 3 days or 4 days, depends. Various Microsoft documents leaked online, email developers, plants, internals, and more. In place of Forza music in the background, so hopefully I don't get a copyright claim or any of that. So this is leaked online, emails and development plans for internal details and more. It's how we learned that Mr. Xbox head CEO Phil Spencer considered acquiring Nintendo and Warner Brothers games at one point. That is freaking insane. You know, especially Nintendo. He even wanted, I think this is rumor speculation, I'm not sure if it's true or not, he wanted to buy like Steam. I doubt it was the Gabe Newell, CEO of Steam or Valve. He's not going to let that shit happen unless he paid him like $1 trillion, and maybe he might let it happen, but let's move on. Nintendo, there's no way now. Warner Brothers, I could kind of see it, unfortunately, him buying that. But then he's going to buy a bunch of other stuff. He might screw up, like, I don't know, Mortal Kombat and the other stuff. You know, I already got screwed up by the Switch already. I didn't talk about that news, but it was some real crazy shit. Anyways, let's continue forward. Yeah, he also said he might be working on a remaster of Fallout 3, The Elder Scrolls 3, Oblivion. Microsoft has plans for next-gen hybrid console in 2028. I thought it was 2027. Make up your mind, Microsoft. You're fucking people over, especially your fans. Microsoft stands and fanboys and fangirls are going to be way angry about this, but let's move on. They probably were almost 3.5 days ago, 4 days ago. The leaks were quite extensive after some online confusion. We learned that Leah Bloomberg, I don't read from Bloomberg, it's a lot of bullshit politics and stock exchange stuff. I don't really care about that business stuff. Cryptocurrency and all that garbage. Let's move on. Microsoft accidentally provided federal courts with confidential and not redacted documents following the news that the leaks that Mr. Phil Spencer has now addressed what was happening in a brief statement over on Twitter. And this is aka X, as you know, or exertion, as I call it, exert it, like Dexterdo. It says, quote, we've seen a conversation on documents since writes. It's hard to see the team working, share, so much excitement right now and future. We will share the real plans of what we are ready for. And the dude sounds like a defeated ass dude, man. That's sad, man. It's real sad. And I'm not even an Xbox fan, understand. I only grew up with that one in 360. Once Xbox One came out, I stopped playing it completely afterwards. I'm just going to read half of the article here, or the statement here. Mr. Big Daddy Phil Spencer, Xbox Series 1 and Xbox Series X. I also know. I'm just going to do a little parody. I'm not trying to shit on this break. We are not. Hopefully I'm reading that right. Yeah. I also know we are not. Confidently taking our plans, our partnerships very seriously. This league obviously is not living us to the expectations. We will learn from what happened. They better going forward to be all incredible amounts of the passion and emerging energy in the work. And it's never been how we want to work hard to share with the communities. That said, there's so much more to be excited about. and we're ready to share the real plans with our players. That's the best impression I can do of Phil Spencer. Not trying to shit and Deuce Parade, but man, he fucked up so bad with his fan base audience. Actually, people that worship the shit out of ZeniMax and Bethesda, he probably punched them hard in the face, mentally and financially. But let's move on. In closing, I appreciate, and I was going to regular voice, appreciate all the work that you poured in Team Xbox to surprise all the delights and our players in these days ahead. Once again, we had. Let's stay focused. Stay focused on what we can control. Continuing the amazing Starfield. Upcoming launch of the incredible accessible Forza Motorsports. That's the one I'm playing in the background. Forza 5 Horizon music. Hopefully I'm going to get a copyright claim straight for that. And devices of millions of other players can enjoy, as Phil Spencer says. Specific of the note. Something of the note. For these particularly excited about. Those particularly. That's what I mean. Practically. Something about that might have leaked today, which is 4 days ago now. And that both the internal memo of the Xbox employees and public factor of the statement on Twitter are supposed to say to leak documents. There was dossiers and documents all over this thing. I'm sad. Or whatever. Our email to the old plans have changed. He also said that the team, quote, shared the real plans when ready. Now he obviously can't say the leaked information is what's happening. Must downplay it as a result. But it's also a reminder to take everything that has come to light with a grain of salt, because likely plans have changed. We know. This comes from Wesley LeBlanche. I did credit as due. I'll get to my thoughts, views, and opinions in a minute. I'll see you in a second, guys. Alright, so it also goes on to say on this one right here, my god, I'm just saying, I'm just putting it out there. Doesn't look good for fucking Microsoft and Phil Spencer. And I swear to God, as a Nintendo Sony fan, as much as I really, I'm not always going to say I despised Microsoft or hated Phil Spencer. Some of the shit they had were good. They had the Doom stuff, the Gears of War shit they had back in the day. Fable was pretty badass. Hell, fucking, what's it called? All the other good stuff they had for Xbox. Some IPs on there that was exclusive, Xbox exclusive, was badass. Stuff I didn't even get to play, like that other one that came out a couple months ago for the Xbox Series X and S, like Beat Saber Heart, not Beat Saber Heart, but like the one that was like Radiohead City, but it was different. The one where the dude, he has to keep fighting things because his heart beat keeps going faster and faster. He moves to the beat of the music in his soul. I forgot what it was called, but I'll leave the link to the description box below so you know what I'm talking about. But it's really, really cool. I think it was like Headphones Something City. I don't know. It says Microsoft may exit. This is the big kicker here. Exit Game Pass off of the... Yeah, Game Pass off subscribers are by increasing, not enough. I probably read that wrong. Yeah. Exit business gaming and subscribers. There we go. Are off consoles and don't increase enough money. Like when this comes from Alessio Flublano. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Paulamblo. I don't know if that's Portuguese or I don't even know what that is. European. Let's truly begin now. Microsoft Gaming CEO made some remarkable statements on a potential exiting of the game. That means it's only going to be the big two. If in 2027 he truly quits, that's how in my late 30s, 38 years old. Holy shit, bro. That's going to be monumental. Insanely crazy as freaking hell. If that happens. Oh my freaking god, my guy. That would be the most insane membrane, mind blown I've ever seen in my life. That'd be like when Sega ended up dying in the Ouya in 2012. Is it Microsoft gonna be in trouble on that? No. Granted, they're a quadrillion dollar company. They have so many stocks in a bunch of other things like internet. They're as big as Samsung and Apple. They mainly make a shit ton of tablets, mainly on the internet most of the time. They mainly make a lot of AR, VR shit, and they make a fuck ton of stuff on freaking a lot of like computer graphic chip systems. And they'll probably make smartphones one day. And they make their own smart TVs and shit. So if they end up just losing a piece of the game industry, they won't even care about that. Which is going to be sad, though, because I don't get to see like all their exclusives anymore. It's going to be real sad stuff. But let's move on. So it says the quotes are extracted from the investigation. Hopefully you guys weren't wearing headphones, so headphones you should beware. Investigation hearing conducted by Picture the Bazaar. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Make this a little bit tinier. There we go. Picture the Bazaar. FTC Commission investigation into Activision's Blizzard. The document has been released today, revealing plenty of interesting information, which was 4 days ago. It's not 3 days anymore. I wish it was. Here, though, we focus on Phil Spencer's remark on the future of game business. FTC lawyer James, I don't even know how to say that word, Wargengate? Weingarter? That's Weingarten. I think it's Weingarten or Weingarten. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Put the following internal Xbox Game Pass slide in front of Phil Spencer, asking him whether he agreed or not with the projection that shows the subscription services surpassing 100 million users between FY29 and FY30. I don't know what that means. Future year, I guess. 2029, 2030. Holy fuck, that's long. And I think by 2030, I'm probably going to be living off the edges of the woods if the Agenda 2030 plan scary shit happens. God forbid. But if it doesn't, I'll still be here, hopefully. Spencer said in the uncertain terms that Microsoft could end up exiting. It's some more extra scary shit for you Xbox fanboys and fangirls. It's going to hurt like real bad. Anyone's, I think, journalists and people that work with developers, they don't care about that. From what I heard from Alana Pierce say that last week. Fortunately, she got cyberbullied and attacked a lot on that. That's real sad because very super cute, beautiful chick. I used to simp for her a bunch back in 2009, 2012. I'm just saying. It has nothing to do with her, though, but let's move on. PC to cloud get much larger and much faster in the 2027 fiscal year. Could opt out for business altogether. This is what Mr. Phil Spencer said. I want to hear way more. Spencer said, "No, I do not believe that this is what future businesses would like have personally. The presentation from our personal devices or organizations of the gaming leadership team. So this is the view of what this charter could be built on the hardware of what future businesses would look like. I can fairly say that we do not make any progress with this council. We will be exiting the business." That's what Phil Spencer himself. This ain't deepfake. This ain't fake AI. This ain't freaking copyrighted Photoshop. This is an horse's mouth from freaking self. The head honcho. Phil freaking Spencer. Daddy Phil Spencer, man. They let down a lot of their Xbox fanboys and fangirls, and they're going to get off their high horse. Either going to go Sony, Microsoft, Sony, and Nintendo, or probably just purely PC. I don't know. Maybe Steam only. Or Steam Deck 2.0. I don't know. Let's continue on. This is wild shit. Even though it's like almost 4 days old. I know I'm late in that. If this were the outcome, I do believe we'd still be in that business. Oof, hopefully not. Majority of customers are found on the hardware. This is Phil Spencer still talking. I would hope by earlier than 2030. So when you ask me if I agree with this chart that the light green and blue, depending on what the colors that you used to see much larger earlier, I would say by F26, 27, we would be in a position where we'd have to be making a different decision with the business. Yeah, I saw the charts and the graphs. It's looking really, really bad. I'm not, like I said before, I said again, I'm not a business like Wall Street journalist, Bloomberg, freaking Wall Street Journal, New York Post do, so I'm not very super knowledgeable when it comes to marketing and finance, but it looks bad. I'll leave the links and pictures of what you saw in the thumbnail is probably what you saw the most, but let's move on. As such, Xbox fans do not need desperate, especially since today, the other big leaks were 4 days ago. Microsoft is readying the Xbox Series mid-generation refresh of the next generation Xbox consoles, coming in 2028. And the attempted deal by Activision and Blizzard. They bought that. They could buy a literal almost anything. That's the scary part. Let's move on. It's unlikely that it will just quit before having a chance to see those investments come to fruition. Especially it could overcome the last hurdles with regulations as it comes to the acquiring Activision Blizzard. Still, Phil Spencer says the words remarked on how important it is for Microsoft to go beyond the consoles through Game Pass is crazy. Yeah, so, thoughts, views, and opinions. Man, he really put his foot in his mouth on there. There it is. It's some scary shit, man. If their cloud gaming thing is what they're going to be concentrating on, I said this before, I'll say it again. That thing to me personally, and I turned the music off for a little because I don't want to copyright claim or shit, but I might already did. It looks creepy as fuck, dude. Super creepy as shit. And I'm trying to get conspiracy theories and all that. It looks like this one thing in New York City. It was in Brooklyn. They call it the freaking Brooklyn. Brooklyn, New York. Stand up, my guys. Yeah, it looks like this. Government eradicated weird tower in New York City. Say will not say why. Saw something from the bridge, CBS 2. It looks like the Apple thing, too. It does look like that Apple trash can Mac Pro that came out years ago. It does look like that. Yeah, it is freaky as hell. Mr. Carlin said this. Yeah, it's called Gateway Towers. $200 million. It's in 2018, by the way. It's from years ago. Or 2017. So it's from a while back. 7 years ago. Scary shit. Thoughts, views, and opinions. It's real sad. They're just going to go pure cloud, the Brooklyn thing. It looks like a weird canned simulator Alexa app mixed with a freaking, this 6G's, you know what? Radiohead City Towers, Gateway Towers. It looks creepy as fuck. I wouldn't buy this fucking piece of shit, in my opinion. And if they're really going to buy freaking Nintendo, that's so bad. Leave my freaking baby's nostalgia the fuck alone, Phil Spencer. I'm just saying. Just putting it out there. Not trying to be a fanboy of them, I'm just saying. But that's all I got to say for now. I'm out here. Let's talk about down below, cards on the side. I'll leave the links to all the stuff I didn't get to talk about, and that's it. Peace out, lords, women, fanboys, and fangirls. We'll talk tomorrow. See you guys a day, good night, wherever any words are there. This is more future content, Elon Musk news, video game news, and Mon news, for you drama news. Peace out, just goodbye. See you on the flip side. I'm out of here. Goodbye.